Hello, boils and ghouls. Welcome to Watchers Podcast with your hosts, Brad and Colson.
That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older, they stay the same age.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Are we square?
Four tails. Oh, Jesus, man, that's a culture.
And here we go.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Brad, here with Colson Oliver.
Hello.
And today we're bringing you a top 10.
It's our Sunday Top 10.
So Colson, you don't read books.
I don't.
But you do watch movies.
I sure do.
So, I'm interested to hear your top 10 movies based on books.
Okay.
You'll give yours, I'll give mine.
Yep.
If it's higher up on someone else's list, we'll talk about it when we get there.
Right.
How many do you think we have the same, if any?
I'm pretty positive that one is guaranteed.
Okay.
I think there could be as many as 3.
Me too.
Okay.
That's exactly how many I think.
Okay.
All right.
And before we get started, I have one question for you.
Okay.
Of the 10 that you have you read any of your 10 or all of them?
1, 2, 3. I've read 3.
3, okay.
Yeah. You?
I've read 2.
Okay.
And spoiler alert, they're the only 2 books I've ever read in my life. So, yeah.
Okay, so one of yours is going to have a lot of pictures.
I'll tell you the story about one when I get to it.
Okay. Let's start with your number 10.
My number 10, The Silence of the Lambs.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Thomas Harris.
Nice.
I have not read the book. I've heard nothing but fucking great shit about the book.
Yeah.
These 10, the 2 that I have read already, the other 10 I want to the other 8 I want to read.
Really?
But I'll never read them. But Silence of the Lambs,
great movie.
yeah, it's got to be a great book.
Yeah.
So, your number 10.
My number 10, The Outsiders.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't read this one, but I've had it read to me in school.
This is one that I have read.
Okay.
Great movie.
Yeah.
The greasers and the
Socs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny thing, when we had a substitute one day and he was reading the book aloud and he was like, the socks. And we all fucking burst out laughing like, you idiot. It's Socs. But it reads like sock.
Yeah.
Anyway. Good, yeah, that's a good book. Good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually read the book and then watched the movie in school.
We did the same thing, but we didn't have to read it. Our teacher read it to us because we're privileged.
Yeah. Your number 9.
My number 9 is Forrest Gump.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Again, haven't read this one.
Yeah.
But it seems, from what I've heard, the book has so much more shit that Forrest does.
Oh, okay.
Goes into space. He does, a bunch of other shit. And it just seems like it'd be a fun read.
Yeah, I might actually read that one.
Yeah,
that sounds really good.
It's on my list because I do want to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, your number 9.
My number 9 is probably the more surprising one on this list. A Simple Favor.
Okay.
We reviewed this one.
Yeah.
Anna Kendrick.
That's right.
I don't know why I couldn't think of her name for a second.
Yeah.
Blake Lively.
That's right.
Really good movie.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
My
number 8.
I really hope this doesn't spoil your number 1 or your higher ones, but Stand By Me.
higher on my list.
Okay, we'll get to it. Your number 8.
My number 8 is 100% not on your list.
Okay.
The book title is Caging Skies.
Okay.
The movie, Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, Jojo Rabbit.
Yep.
Yuck.
Directed by Taika Waititi.
Right.
I had a lot of fun with this one, where a little German boy has Hitler as an imaginary friend.
That moment when he's running down the streets, fucking Heil Hitler, as he's going to everybody, that was pretty funny. That was my favorite part of the movie. I hated that movie, though. Actually, I liked the part when he broke the rabbit's neck. That was really funny. Spoiler alert. I was actually quite sad. But, yeah. My number 7, kind of a cheat here, the Harry Potter franchise.
I knew this was going to be on your list.
Yeah.
Not on mine.
I've never read a single book, but I have had the first 2 read to us when they first came out. So I would have been like 12 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
I could give a shit about them at the time. I probably didn't even listen. But the movies I got into once they were all done, and I liked them.
Nice.
So, the books, I could see myself reading them one day if I ever decided to actually become smart.
Imagine if you're like, I'm not watching any movies this year.
Yeah.
I'm just going to read books.
Holy shit, I should totally do that one time.
You should.
Maybe. Your number 7.
My number 7 is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, good. I didn't even know that was a book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, did I count that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. I did count that.
That's funny, because I wonder if you're going to have any that I didn't know, and that's one that I didn't even know was a book.
It's a book written by Roald Dahl.
Oh, maybe I did know that then.
I think you probably
Yes,
must.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my kid has a big set of those, and like James and the Giant Peach and Matilda. No, is it Matilda or something? One of those.
Yeah, I think it's Matilda.
Yeah, okay, I did know.
Yeah.
You're done with that?
Yeah, everybody knows
okay.
Willy Wonka by now.
That's true. My number 6 is No Country for Old Men, written by Cormac McCarthy. He wrote The Road, which came out after No Country. I think it came out because of the success of No Country, and they were like, "Holy shit, we got to make anything this guy wrote." The Road I didn't like as much. Still
Me either.
An okay movie, but nothing like No Country for Old Men.
Yeah,
which I loved. So that's my number 6.
My number 6, I just noticed. I actually have 11 movies here.
Hey,
because
that a
I
boy.
put 6 down twice because I'm an overachiever.
Hey, there you go.
So my first number 6.
Yeah, do both.
Okay.
You have a top 11.
Yeah, top 11.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bonus content.
There you go.
My first number 6 is Life of Pi.
Okay. That's an Ang Lee movie.
Yep.
Right. The tiger.
Yeah, his tiger, zebra, hyena, I believe it is.
Yeah.
All in the boat with him.
Yeah.
This is a book that I actually did read.
Okay.
My wife actually recommended this book.
Okay.
Back in the day, whenever I worked at the superstore.
Right.
I worked in the smoke shop, and
Nice.
you just sat and read books in there because there was no business.
Yeah, every 5 minutes somebody would come in, so you'd have dead time there that you could read.
Great book. The movie sticks pretty close to it too, which is nice.
Yeah.
Visually pretty stunning.
Okay.
My other 6 also happens on the water, and that's Jaws.
Okay.
I won't talk anything though.
I don't have Jaws.
Yeah.
But I contemplated putting Jaws on my list.
Yeah.
I've heard some crazy shit about the book. It's quite a bit different from the movie.
Yeah.
But I think both are good.
Yeah.
Since you did 2 6, I'm going to do 2 5s.
Okay.
Both are by the same writer, Dennis Lehane. So the one I put for number 5 is Gone Baby Gone.
Okay.
Ben Affleck movie. Casey Affleck stars in it. Ben Affleck directed and did it.
Yep.
The other one I'll pick, since you did it, Dennis Lehane, Shutter Island.
Oh, good one.
With Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, was he in that?
Yeah, he is.
I thought it was Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, he's there too. The Hulk's there. You got to make his appearance. I do own both of these books. I bought every Dennis Lehane book.
Really?
Because he writes a lot about my favorite city, which is Boston.
Yep.
And he writes a lot of crime mafia type things, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking read these, and I bought them all, and I haven't opened them.
No.
But I have like 9 of his books downstairs in a bin. So.
Wait till you hear about Audible.
It's
going to blow your mind.
There you go. But look at me. I'm like, I still buy my movies and stuff. I'm never going to buy Audible.
Yeah, but you work nights at a grocery store.
I know.
You could be listening to all these books.
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah, so that's my number 5, Gone Baby Gone.
My number 5, Disney's The Jungle Book.
Okay.
I love this movie.
Yeah.
Great songs, great characters.
Yeah.
More tigers.
Yes, that's right. More tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah, good pick.
Your number 4.
My number 4, The Shining.
Ooh.
By Stephen King.
Debated putting it on my list.
Okay.
Didn't make the cut.
This is one that I thought we might have. Now okay, there is a thing where Stephen King hates Kubrick's adaptation.
Yeah.
And then Stephen King was like, I'll do it right. And then he did, and it was awful.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the book is awful or if the book is good.
This is a book I have read.
Okay.
The book's really good.
Okay.
It does a much better job of showing him slowly going crazy.
Right, the descent into madness type thing.
Where this one, it happens pretty quick.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's my number 4 is The Shining.
Nice.
Your number 4.
My number 4 is Stephen King, Shawshank Redemption.
Okay, not on my list.
I'm surprised. That's one that I thought we might have the
Okay.
same too. I watched this one just for the first time.
That's right.
A couple of years ago
Yeah,
now, I guess
when
it would be.
we reviewed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved it. It's pretty much a perfect movie. I have no complaints with it at all.
Yeah, I think it is the number 1 or number 2 in the world.
Makes
on
sense.
the top 250. Good pick.
Thanks.
And yeah, it's funny because it's not a Stephen King horror.
No.
His other writings are well liked,
Yeah.
it seems. So
we're in our top 3.
Top 3. This one I think you might have. Written by Michael Crichton. The movie is Jurassic Park.
Higher on my list.
Okay.
My number 3, Schindler's List.
Okay. Haven't read this one. Have you?
No.
This seems like one that you would, because you love the movie, right?
Yeah. Another movie that I just watched in the last couple of years.
Right.
And I was just like blown away by it. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I wonder if the book... I haven't heard anything about the book.
No. I'm sure it's good.
Yeah. That's a good... So, goddamn, we're into number 2 and 1, which means 2 and 1 are... Okay, so my number 2 is The Godfather.
Not on my list.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be.
No.
Written by Mario Puzo. Now, I have read the first... The book's like 2 inches thick. I've read like the first 1/4 inch.
Okay.
It's basically the wedding scene at the beginning of the movie. Fantastic writing.
Yeah.
A lot more detail. Like, I'm reading it, and I'm like, Jesus, I'm like 60 pages in, and I'm like 4 minutes into the movie. Like, fuck, you know? But yeah, it's a good... Seems like a good read.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're number 2?
Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now...
I'll let you talk about this one a little bit.
Well, this is one that I have read.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Funny story is that we had to do a book report.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to do Jurassic Park. And I wrote about the movie. And if you've read Jurassic Park, you know that essentially the whole first half of the book is the second movie. That child being attacked on the island that happens in the Lost World is Jurassic Park. The first book. Like, I wrote the fucking script to Jurassic Park and handed it in. And she's like, are you fucking stupid? Like, you think I'm not gonna... And I was like, shit. So I actually had to read Jurassic Park. And 20 minutes in, I was like, fuck, I fucked up. I get it. Good book, though.
Nice.
Even better movie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You can talk about it now.
Yeah, I love this movie.
Yeah, you've read the book?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, the score is like one of my favorites of all time. I love the use of practical and CGI.
Oh, for sure.
Like, it's blended so well.
Yeah. This movie has essentially, arguably, like the perfect amount. They use CGI when they had to.
Yeah.
And they use practical puppetry things whenever they could.
Yeah.
And they look spectacular.
Yeah. This movie holds up so well.
Yep.
Like,
yep.
It's how old now?
It came out in 93.
Yeah.
We've been saying it since anytime we ever talk about it. But the fact that the dinosaurs in the first Jurassic Park look better than they do in Jurassic World tells you a lot.
I even like the CGI dinosaurs better in this one. Like...
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. So you're number one.
My number one is Goodfellas.
Okay.
Based on the book Wise Guy by Nicholas Pileggi, however you say his name. Goodfellas is my favorite movie. I imagine that Wise Guy would be my favorite book.
Probably.
I've listened to a few books. YouTube has a few books on tape.
Mm-hmm.
You can't find like big ones. They're more like lower ones, but I've listened to a few on the mob, and I love mafia stuff. So
nice.
Goodfellas, my number one.
Perfect. My number one
was spoiled by me.
The Blind Side.
Right.
Kidding. Stand By Me is my number one.
Based on the book The Body.
Yes.
Now, have you read this one?
I haven't.
I have. This is the other one that I have read. Jurassic Park and The Body.
Nice.
The Body, it's very short. It comes in a Stephen King... I think they call it like the 4 seasons or something like that.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Something. There's four books, and they're only like 120 pages maybe.
Yeah.
So I read it. Again, I had to do a report on it. I picked. I know the movie. And my mom was like, "No, you're fucking reading it, and you're reading it out loud." So I actually physically had to read the book out loud, so she knew I read it. But great book. The book is very true to the movie.
Yeah.
And it's a good one. And the movie's great.
Yeah. Easily my favorite movie.
Yeah.
One of the few movies I've watched over and over again.
That's right. Yeah, you're not a rewatcher.
Yeah.
So.
No,
yeah.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Okay.
But let us know what your favorite movies are that are based on books.
And any that transfer particularly well. Like you mentioned, I think, was it Life of Pi you said? I'd like to hear which ones are like your favorite. Like the movie did the book justice, you know?
Yeah.
Because all you ever hear is like, oh, the movie's fucking...
The book's better.
The book's better. I want to hear something where it's like these are equally awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Did you have any other notable mentions that...
Yeah. Okay. I have 2 Stephen King ones that when we reviewed, I think one of them, which was Misery, made me want to read the book.
Okay.
The other one I want to read by him is Pet Sematary.
I have read that book.
Okay.
Another one where you see him break down and go crazy. Way better in the book. Yeah. Pet Sematary is one that I would mention as well.
Yeah.
The Ruins.
Okay.
It's the one where they're on like the temple.
Right. See, I didn't know that was a book.
Yeah. A great book.
Okay.
One where actually the book is quite a bit better.
Right.
It gets into some pretty gross, like gory detail.
Okay.
Like while you're reading it, you're even like, ugh, that's disgusting.
Okay.
And Fight Club.
Oh, right. Fight Club, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I wonder what that... Have you read that one?
I have.
And how is it?
It's pretty close.
Okay.
They changed the ending completely, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ending in Fight Club is something.
Yeah.
I imagine, books. I don't know, and I'm not the type to read... Like, some people like to read the book before watching the movie. I'm completely opposite of that. I will never do that. Because to me, I'm watching it visually and with the sound and everything like that. It's so much more exciting than to have it all happen in my head as I'm reading it.
Right.
Certain people are the opposite. Certain people are the same. But for me, I will never, ever read a book that is going to be something I'm like, yes, I can't wait to watch this.
My problem is I'll read the book, and then when I go to watch the movie, I'm like, well, that's not who I pictured in my head.
Right.
It's like...
yeah, that's true. That
they
can
don't
happen
look
too.
like who I want them to look like.
I have one more question before we wrap up.
Yep.
Stephen King, have you read It?
No.
Okay,
no, that's too long.
Yeah, it's a huge book. It's real. Like if you think of a fat book, put two of them together.
Yeah.
Because the store that I work at had it, and I was like, I should buy this. This was just, I think it was in between It Chapter 1 and 2 coming out, and I was like, I've seen, maybe I'll buy it and then read it after. And I'm like, shit, man, that's going to take me a fucking year.
Yeah.
Like, it's really thick.
Yeah.
But I've heard the book is very, very, there's a specific scene where to become adult, they do something.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it in the movies for obvious reasons, but that just made me think, like, what else am I missing from this book?
Yeah.
That they didn't put on the screen, so...
Exactly.
Those
something
are a couple.
like about a turtle god or something, too, I think.
Yeah, there's something about turtles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So that'll do it for this episode. Like I said, let us know your top 10 as well. Or if you just have one favorite, that's fine too. Skip the other 9.
That's right.
We just want to know.
Yep.
Make sure to follow along so you catch every episode of Watchers, and we will have a new episode for you next week. Bye.